Hey everyone, today I am going to be making some dividers and dashboards for my current planner. I am currently using I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm probably going to butcher it, a carpe diem, I don't know, binder. I put vinyl on it because they didn't like the black, but they didn't have the pretty colors out yet. So I got the black because I wanted it, and I put vinyl on it. And it's a very inspiring verse anyway. It is not the carpe diem insert, so I do have some of them in here, which I'll probably use for like keeping up with YouTube and social media and stuff. And then I have my inkwell press that I won in a contest of sorts. But then I also, and this is my everyday, the inkwell press one is, and then I also have my Erin Condren, the vertical, for homeschool in here. And I only have like 3 months at a time because it's pretty packed, because I also put a whole bunch of note papers and the folder from the carpe diem, and then like an ebook that I printed out. So it's pretty full, and I'll make a video, or I'll post a video of how I got all of this in here, but that's not what I'm doing today. So today we're gonna make dashboards and dividers so that I don't have to flip through and figure out where's what. So let's get started on that. So there's actually quite a few ways that this can be done, but these are the basic tools that you'll need either way. You will need cardstock, whatever size, color, whatever you want, some scissors, a hole punch, and then if you want it, laminating sheets, which for the dashboard, because I'm going to be putting sticky notes and stuff on it, I will be laminating that one. The dividers I will not laminate, and I'm probably going to go find my sticker stash for the dividers, because I just like to make things pretty. So, and then you'll need a laminator. Duh. If you have laminating pouches, you need a laminator. Unless you have the self-laminating pouches, which they do sell. Anyway, so we are going to get started with the dashboard. I have this small-ish scrapbook paper that was given to me. It was super cool, and I was super happy about it. And I chose this color. I'm actually going to do it double-sided because I want the color on both sides. I've got to make it. And then I'm going to laminate the two together because I want it the same color on both sides. But anyway, here we go. Alright, so to start out, like I said, I have my two sheets. They're both facing the direction that I want. I'm going to try and do this without separating them and making them all lopsided. I'm going to shove it all the way to the back as far as I can. I'm going to close it up. Alright, so now that I have it in my laminating pouch, this is the easy part. I have my laminator ready and heated for 5 mil. I'm just going to stick the closed end into the laminator first. And we're just going to feed it in and let it take, and it'll laminate it. And then we'll get on with it. Alright, it is laminated. I did have to run it through twice because there were some bubbles and I wanted to be sure. So I'm going to cut it. I pulled out my guillotine cutter because I feel like it'll make a straighter cut than scissors for me. So what you want to do is, if you can see, let me close that. There's a little strip here along the side where it doesn't look like it's totally laminated. You want to save that. You don't want to cut that because then it'll start to delaminate. So you want to cut just after that. That way it won't come undone as easy. So I'm going to cut just past that little line on two sides because I put it at the end. So we're going to do this side first. Okay. So you see I still have that little line. Okay, and now I'm going to cut again. about the same distance away on the other side. Okay. You can see it there, maybe. All right, and then on this side, this is the side that I'm gonna punch. So I'm gonna cut it more like here, so that I have more room. So I don't actually punch the paper, which you can do, I'm choosing not to. So I gave myself a lot more room, as you can maybe see. Okay. All right, and now I'm gonna round out the edges with my scissors because I just don't like sharp edges. And if you have one of those round hole punches, I've seen that you can actually round out your edges that way. Not hole punches, but like the punches that make the shapes, some of them do like a round edge. And you could do it that way, but I don't have one, so shocking, because I have basically everything. But I don't have that, so it's on my wish list though, one day. All right, and we're gonna round that one, almost done. Ouch. All right, and now that my edges are fairly round, it doesn't have to be perfect. I am going to take my hole punch. I'm gonna see how I want it to sit, because I kind of want it to poke out just a bit. So maybe I should punch that one, just so that it's kind of like a bookmark. Yeah, I think I'm gonna punch one here. We'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna put it, I think like that maybe. And we'll see how that goes. And then we're gonna open this, because I kind of want it to poke out a little. So I actually like that. I'm just gonna leave it like that and not punch it, and it just won't be punched here at the bottom. Okay, so at this point, it's basically done. You can then add whatever you want to it, your sticky notes, your stickers, your marker, whatever you want to do with it. And now we are going to make some dashboards. Okay, for the dividers, I am going to be tracing. This is the tabbed monthly page from one of my planner pages. I'm going to trace it. I'm using just regular scrapbook cardstock from Walmart. It is textured. It is 12 by 12, so I'm going to trace it and cut it out. I'm going to trace it with a Sharpie or off-brand Sharpie because I can't find a pen or a pencil, so I'm going to trace a little bit big just so that I don't have the marker when I cut it, because that would look tacky to me. Now, if you want the tab in a different place, you can always just go further down and then make the tab, or you can flip the page so that it's on the bottom. Obviously, it's pretty simple. You could just like trace it and then add the tab later, or you can do it without the tab and just make it bigger. Whatever your preference is. All right, so now I'm going to cut it out just with regular scissors. And again, I did trace it a little big, so I'm going to cut a little bit below the line just so that I don't have that yucky black marker on my divider. Okay, and again, I'm going to round the edges because I don't like sharp corners. I don't know why, it's just a personal preference. So you can always skip that step if you don't want that. All right, now to get it punched for the planner that I'm using, I'm just going to take the same sheet and color in where the holes are supposed to be and punch it that way. And I'm just going to use my single because it's easier. I don't have to try and line everything up perfectly since my A5 one is a little bit too short. Okay, so at this point, and actually you could do something different before you punch, if you wanted to. You could either laminate it, and if you do, I recommend just waiting until after it's laminated so you don't have to punch twice, but that's a personal preference too. I am going to decorate it and label it, and then I'm just gonna shove it in my planner. But at this point, you can just be as creative as you want. Like I said, you can laminate it if you want to, or leave it. I'm going to decorate mine, and then I'm gonna make 2 others, but that's the basics of how to do it. Super, super, super simple. Anyway, so that is my planner dividers and planner dashboards. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you would like to see me make other planner accessories or other planner related things, leave it in the comments below. And or like this video so that I know that you enjoyed watching it and would like to see more. Otherwise, until next time, bye guys!